No.
What do you mean, no? Let me read this.
The underlying charge has to be of possession, Your Honor. And she was in a circumstance where she could not deny that under the law, she was in possession of this material. However, she's not using it.
Do you want to yourself?
All right, so she pled guilty to attempted possession of a controlled substance. I'll listen to anything you have to say. First of all, was everything in the report accurate?
Your Honor, everything in the report appears to be accurate. We have no material request for deletions or additions, but there is a small revision we would request. I'm sorry. Paragraph 5, Your Honor, there's a recommendation that my client take part in intensive outpatient substance abuse treatment. We take the position that we don't think this is necessary, Your Honor. My client is receiving care and has been successfully with her physician using Suboxone, and she has been cleared for at least the last 2 years with no relapse, Your Honor. She did admit in the interview to having some marijuana a couple of weeks ago. She now understands she needs her medical marijuana coverage. She can't do that. It's not a problem for her. She hasn't had it the last at least 2 weeks. If she were to drop now, she'd drop clean, Your Honor. So we would ask that the court reconsider that component, Your Honor. She is doing what's necessary.
Wait a second, she's been doing Vicodin, then she was prescribed Suboxone to help her fight the opiate, right?
Yes.
And now you're back fooling around with other drugs, right? Wait a minute. They located 2 prescription bottles inside of your purse. You had amphetamines, right?
Yes.
You weren't prescribed the amphetamines. Pardon?
I was not.
And why don't you need treatment? You've been fighting this addiction for 14 years, it looks like. You've got an opiates. How old are you?
I'm 36.
So you started using opiates when you were 22, which is bad. I mean, it's bad.
I was prescribed, but again, after I had my son.
Oh, yeah, I get it. But you used them, you weren't prescribed it for 9 years, were you?
No, I was not.
Okay, so you used it for 9 years, and then the last 5, you've been on Suboxone, right?
Well, the last 2. Last 2 years I've been on Suboxone.
It says 5 here, but that's neither here nor there. They also confiscated the crack cocaine from your purse, right?
No,
They didn't?
no. They accused me of having that.
Your Honor, my client admitted to being in possession of controlled substance, prescribed controlled substance. However, if there were more details with the court would understand that this was an actual prescription of her passenger, and her passenger, even to this day would be willing to come in and take.
Why in the world are you holding on to other people's drugs for them?
She was in the car with me.
You put them in your purse.
Well, Your Honor, she obviously
Right.
wouldn't want to have them rolling around on the ground in case she gets stopped by the police. There it is. I mean,
Didn't she have a purse?
I was pulled over in Allen Park. She was in the car with me.
Listen to what I'm asking. Why are you putting somebody else's drugs in your purse?
Because I didn't want to leave them where they were. I had just been pulled over and they were under the passenger seat because my car was searched in Allen Park. And then I dropped her off. I got pulled over again in Woodhaven, and they were underneath the seat for when my car had been searched previously.
so she's out on her second drive. She sees the stuff. She's paranoid. Like,
Okay, good enough. Good enough. What else?
So again, we just ask that you reconsider, Your Honor. She's doing well. Past 2 years, again, she's doing control, no relapses. Just give her an opportunity, Your Honor. You'll see that isn't a problem. It's an unfortunate circumstance when she's learned from in terms of who she hangs around and being more mindful of what they might leave behind in her vehicle, whoever it might be.
Anything else, Dan?
I do go to the doctor monthly for my Suboxone, and they test my urine every time I go there.
18 months probation. I'll make it 12. I'll tell you what, I'll make it 12.
Thank you.
You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and EEGs. Follows weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for 3. If you're clean, then I'll make it monthly. AANA twice a week until an intensive outpatient treatment program. You're still gonna have to go to AANA. 3 days court work program, there's a $35 a day charge for that, for a total of 105. 1 day of community service by August the 31st. So 8 hours community service by August 31st. Intensive outpatient, 12-step meetings twice a week until an IOP. And then fines 100, one costs 125, 75 victim choice fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs here amount to $350. Screening fees 60 for 410. Probation fees are $240. And then you have $105 in court work program fees. Ma'am, your total $755. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 45 days. This being an attempt, you have 21 days to appeal and you have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand all that, ma'am?
You catch that now?
Yes.
Good. All right, so she's not discharged from all obligations, so we gotta we're gonna return 10%. We're not keeping the 10%. Heather, so you got $300 to apply. Do you have the rest?
Judge, she also has that impeding, I'm sorry, and I don't know if I didn't hear this. She has that impeding traffic ticket
Yeah.
too.
My mistake. 150 on that one. 150 on that one.
Okay. I
Okay.
need some time to pay that balance, Your Honor.
How much do you have today, young lady?
But you still have
You owe 755 and 150 for 905. You have a $300 bond.
paid 200 today.
You pay on the impeding now, that's 150. Wait a minute, we also have $200 posted on that file. Tell you what, you actually have 500 plus 200, you have $700. I'm gonna have you pay the impeding today. I'm gonna have you pay $500 now on the attempt possession, and I'll just give you until September the 15th to pay the rest. Fair enough?
Yes.
You'll meet probation. I wish you well. Stay away from that stuff, okay? Good luck. And if you're hiding cocaine for people and just hanging out with the wrong characters. Don, Lexi, Jane, Elaine, Dan, 265B 724898. Call in Beth on this, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I feel like oops, and
Your name?
Lexi Dan.
What is she going to do on this?
Well, I quite understand it's to be guilty and take responsibility.
Is that what you want to do?
And then Jeremiah.
If you plead guilty here to knowingly consuming alcohol, this would be your first technical violation. You could get 5 days. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You're
right?
presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by preponderance of the evidence. Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
I did, Your Honor.
Plead guilty. You'll be giving up all those rights, and we are not going to have a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. You still wish to plead guilty
I wish to plead guilty.
to the charge that you consumed alcohol specifically. They claim that you had failed to blow on July 18th at 9 a.m., that you tested positive at 0.065 and then at 9:31 a.m., and then you missed the next several blows. So to the charge, you fail to refrain from consuming alcohol, how do you plead?
I plead guilty. Your
Did you in fact consume alcohol on that date?
Honor. I did, Your Honor.
Intentionally?
I did.
You tried to tell somebody here that it was what?
I told them that I had grabbed it out of the cooler. I was in a panic, Your Honor. And after sobriety court yesterday, I called Miss Wild and told her that I wanted to accept responsibility because I am working honest.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Your Honor, I was just overwhelmed and I made a bad choice.
So you did consume alcohol and you knew it was alcohol when you were consuming it. Is that true?
It's true, Your Honor.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
Nobody did, Your Honor.
Plea is accepted to that charge. I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, counsel. She's concerned me though. You feel betrayed when you let these guys go on vacation in northern Michigan and other places, and then they start drinking because they're with the wrong.
Well, my client admits that she made a poor decision. I think you might be referencing the verification. You got counseled for her and that she paid for it. She got frustrated and, had a drink, Your Honor. She's admitted it. And, she's asking for another chance. She realizes this is a great opportunity to move forward and provide for herself and her 6 children. But she admits she made a mistake and she won't.
Did you call him Ms. Wires?
She didn't answer, but I just told Pam that you needed her.
What would you like to say?
Me, Your Honor? I mean, I messed up. I made a mistake. I've been working really hard on my sobriety, and it's very hard, but it's very rewarding, and I feel pretty stupid about it, and I feel even dumber for lying. I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do, Your Honor. Whether it be more tests, whether it be more sober link, whether it be more community service, work program, whatever it would be. I would just hope to not have to do any jail time because there's nobody to take care of them. And if I have to, I would absolutely have to figure it out. But it's,
What, your name?
Elizabeth
What
West.
do you have to say? She's
Yes.
hitting it now.
Yeah, she did call, yesterday, the initial story about thinking it was water, so forth and so on. At status review, I think she was still upholding kind of that storyline, but she did call yesterday after status review. I think she had a minute to think about it. I think being in status review, hearing obviously other people, made her realize. She's always been pretty forthcoming and honest with me. When she picked up the new offense down in Monroe that's pending, she didn't hesitate to call me. I think this probably was a scary moment for her in a relapse.
What do you think we should do?
We just moved her up again, I know that we just did that yesterday because it predated this particular incident, so there's no phase extension that's needed at this point. But I don't disagree with the continuation of the sober link or even increased testing. I get concerned about Lexi's ability to pay. She is on a very fixed income. That if we consider the extra testing, perhaps a third test a week, and she pays the $15 for that, as opposed to a sober link that's gonna cost her $25 to enroll and $5.50 a day, Your Honor. I think financially,
So increase testing to 3 times a week.
really, Your Honor, for a period of time to determine by yourself and that she paid for that third test.
I'm gonna cut you slack.
Your Honor, I can pay for the sober link if it's needed. The little two's father has let me know, because I told him what was going on. He told me that if that was something that we decided that was gonna happen going forward, that he would foot the bill on the sober link.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I've got you one positive violation here. I'm gonna assess costs of $25. You're gonna serve 10 hours of community service by August the 28th. And you're gonna have increased testing to 3 times per week with you to pay for the last test until October the 1st. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what we'll do. I don't expect there to be any more violations. If there's a plea to sobriety to OWI2, I just want her to be aware.
Yes.
We're gonna put her through a bond phase. I won't do a conditional plea.
Right.
If you don't get through the bond phase, you are not going to like what I'm gonna do. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So you need to be dead serious about getting through this bond phase of ours, all right? Because I'll take the plea if that's what ends up happening next Tuesday.
If he offers it.
If he offers it. If not, we're going to exam, but I can't adjourn it again.
We're gonna probably be waiving it, and I told the prosecutor that to save the officer a trip.
Good enough. July 28th at 10:45.
Judge, you're the best.
I know.
Said that before.
Have a good day. Good luck. I wish you well. Thank you.
Very much, sir.
Are they ready on LaBelle yet? Mr. Holmberg, you need to get your wife in here with her client.
Judge,
She's in a circuit court hearing.
we spoke with her. She said we gave her dates. I don't remember that. Maybe she overheard another case, or am I wrong?
I thought you did get,
We did not give her dates.
Oh.
We were waiting for Mr. LaBelle.
okay.
She wanted me to, go ahead and reschedule without him being here, and I said I wouldn't do that.
Okay, no worries. We can give, we were asking just for 1 week. We got the
Well,
discovery
Bell needs
list.
to be here, though. I'm not gonna beg him, you know what I mean? We've been waiting for him for an hour and a half, it seems like. So he's got to either zoom in or drive to the
He's here. I
courthouse.
believe he's zoomed on, Your Honor.
Well, we haven't seen him.
He has not been logged on all morning. That's what we were waiting for.
Oh. Give me one moment. I'll have him logged on in a second, Your Honor.
Okay.
I-
What else do I have here ready? What do you folks have? Ma'am, what do you have in the front? Are you a,
These two are for Zooch, who's locked up, that wants, Segura's gotta talk to. Mr. Jefferson there, Mr. What's his name? Mark, and I don't know who this gentleman is here.
what's your name, sir? Sir, what's your name?
I'm sorry, Jesse Gannon, Your Honor. Mr. Gannon is, did you talk to Ms. Belcher? No, sir. Yeah, I don't even know, he was here. Let me leave the officer at the front, to come on in here. Yeah. Let me let him over.
Is Ms. Belcher your lawyer?
Yes, yeah, Ron. Yeah.
Uh,
Hello, Ms. Belcher, how are you?
a bubbly lawyer comes out of conference room. Jack, you look serious.
Tired.
Yeah, you grew
Long weekend.
old traveler like you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Time did you get back?
Last night, 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's so nice, so nice.
Too hot.
Oh, way too hot.
Hang out by the pool at least?
Oh, yeah. People don't golf after 12, 1 o'clock. Courses are empty.
Right.
Because it's so hot. Yeah. It's a little too hot for me.
Tough to do.
Gosh. Trying to catch up to you.
All right, well, I don't have any other cases, so I'm gonna get off the bench here. Something. We have 5. People against Jesse Gannon. Jesse James Gannon, 25F722-969 FY. Good morning.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Leah Belcher, P80177. On behalf of Mr. Gannon. Mr. Gannon, will you please state your name for the record, sir?
Jesse James Gannon, Your Honor.
How you doing, Mr. Gannon?
Doing good. Allie, how are you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Not too bad. So this could be a waiver?
That is correct, Your Honor. I did meet with Mr. Gannon to go over the nature and purpose of a preliminary examination. My understanding is he wishes to waive said examination and have this matter gone over to circuit court for further proceedings.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by waiving your right to an exam, that you're waiving the requirement that the people show that the crime was committed, and that you were the one who probably committed the crime, and you'll automatically be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. Do you understand that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Your Honor?
Sure. By waiving your right to an exam, you're going to the Wayne County Circuit Court. You're waiving the requirement that the people show that this crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still wish to waive your right to an exam?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to do that?
No,
All right, I'll accept the waiver. You're bound over for further proceedings. 10% is continued. August 4th at 9 a.m. will be the court date. And that's it. Anything else?
Same day as our exam.
What's the date? I'm sorry.
August 4th, 9 a.m.
Ma'am, thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Go down the hall, get your notice. Thank you. People against Jefferson. Justin, Armand, Jefferson, 26W704-235 FY. Good morning, counsel.
Morning, Your Honor. I land P65879. Coming to have Jefferson stands to my left. Right. Please state your name.
Just on James.
All right, so this is going to be a waiver, is that right?
Yes. Explain to my client that the people must prove by a probable cause standard that a crime is committed and Mr. Jefferson can make this jurisdiction. Do you understand that? And you would like to waive this right to examine this matter?
Is that what you would like to do, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you waive your right to an exam, you're waiving the requirement that the people show that these crimes were committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crimes of UNP and identity theft, and you'll automatically be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to give up your right to an exam? And you still wish to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept the waiver. Find the waiver's been made voluntarily and understandingly. You're bound over for further proceedings. The bonds continued. August 4th at 9 will be your AOI date. Same bond conditions. No contact with Arthur Conger or Andrew Terba. No contact with prosecution. Witnesses cannot enter 26796 Allen and Woodhavens. And no firearms or dangerous weapons. Okay? Anything else?
That's it. Always a pleasure.
Have a good day.
Stay safe.
You take care. Thank you. Good luck, sir. Go down the hall and get your notice. People against. McIntyre, Javier Severius McIntyre, 25T719-868.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alyssa Segura with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P86432, appearing on behalf of Mr. McIntyre, who present via Zoom from MDOC. I think he was in a breakout room, Judge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to move him right now.
Good.
He's not moving. I might have to close the rooms. Oh, there he is.
Sir, your name?
Javier McIntyre.
All right, counsel, what are we doing on this one?
Your Honor, so I have spoken with Mr. McIntyre in length. We went over the allegations, his right to have a preliminary examination. And at this time, he would like to waive his right to a preliminary examination and have this case bound over to circuit court.
Do I have somebody from Trenton here? I don't think this guy's ever been printed on this case.
I talked to MDOC and they are going to print, but they can't do it till later this week.
Okay. So, sir, do you understand what your lawyer has said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your lawyer tells me you wish to waive your right to an examination on these charges. Do you understand that and agree to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by waiving your right to an exam that you'll automatically be bound over on the charges contained in the complaint and warrant? And you'll then go to Detroit for further proceedings. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to give up your right to an exam?
No, Your Honor.
You still wish to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept the waiver. I find the waiver's been made voluntarily and understandingly. You're bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. The AOI date will be on July the 28th at 9. And that's it. You're going to go down to Detroit next week and we'll have to make sure we get the prints, Lisa. So that's it. Anything else? Bonds continued, sir. Good luck. Anything else, Mr. Gray?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Do you have another one?
I do. It's an exam, but I gotta talk to him because he's in custody.
Okay. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Lisa, I don't know what to say about this LaBelle.
I don't either. Because now the
They're
attorney's
not-
gone.
I'm not just giving him dates. I'm gonna issue a warrant for his arrest if he doesn't show up by Zoom or otherwise in person. Just give me dates. No, I don't do things that way. So you might want to call over there and tell him he better come in here in person or I'm issuing a warrant for his arrest. Or by Zoom, but he has been gone for 2 hours.
Yeah, it was to my left. Please identify yourself.
I got it.
All right, so we'll adjourn this a week or so.
1 week would be fine, Judge. Is that okay with you? Or would you like to do this?
I have, surgery on the 28th.
Let me for 2 weeks then, Judge?
Yeah, August 4th.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. so much.
August the 4th at 9:30.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, good luck with your surgery, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where, is this Mr. LaBelle?
Yes, Judge.
Where's he been?
He was on the.
Aaron Raymond LaBelle, 267-703-624. Come on up here, Mr. LaBelle. What is,
This is probably my fault. He thought the 28th was the next date. Didn't realize that was the date for the exam.
your appearance, Mr. Holmberg?
Edward Holmberg on behalf of the defendant.
Your name, sir?
Aaron LaBelle.
All right, so, I mean, we've been waiting for you to get on Zoom for 2.5 hours. I don't know what happened. There were two hours.
Miscommunication, sir. I apologize.
Okay, so we're gonna adjourn this. I can give you a week.
That's fine. That's all we need.
It will adjourn. So, sir, you have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. At that probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. If I grant the request to adjourn, that means the probable cause conference will not take place within 14 days of the date of the arraignment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You waived that right.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go ahead. July 28th, we'll make it at what time? 10:15, okay?
That's fine. Thank you.
And then August the 4th will be in-person exam, and that'll be at, we'll say 10:30. Is that okay, Lisa?
Thank you.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. All right, so you can go down the hall and get your notices. Do you know how to use Zoom?
I, you know, I just got off work. I apologize. I thought it was the 28th.
You're fine. That's fine. Just, you mean, I thought you were, okay, whatever. Do you know how to use Zoom?
Yes.
You can appear by Zoom on the next hearing. You can't after that, okay? Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Martin, Cortez, Levon, Martin, 5B 714039. Mr. Nienhouse just walked out.
Huh.
I don't know, maybe they hadn't talked.
Will be your turn.
Are you ready to go on this?
Yes, as soon as Miss APA is ready to go.
Okay, it's gonna be a hold?
Yeah,
Okay,
should be quick.
okay, come on up here and have a seat. Ms. Belcher, do you,
Let's see right here, sir.
how are you?
Great.
You just coming in to learn?
Yeah, I need to watch Patrick about that.
I'm all anxious and shaking.
But I have to make sure you're making this everybody.
That's a tall task to ask me to do that all in the same day.
Well, just in finance, the other day, someone said, "How about McNally?" To me, and I was like, "You got yelled at every day." I was like, "No, that wasn't really getting yelled at." Well, that wasn't good.
Is this Ms. Alloway's or Ms. Ismaros?
Awesome. I don't know his name. Better today.
So, lighting against Patrick's assistant.
Yes. A name person.
Do I have anybody else I can get out of here? What do you have, man? You told me before, which,
Yeah, visage on it there.
okay.
I'll be looking for the APA.
I'm ready to go if you can find her. Maybe she's talking to somebody else.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Let's see.
Describe again first.
John, would you hand me those no shows? I might as well put those up.
Okay.
All right, Jesse Andrew, are we on record? Jesse Ann Ligaber, who's 5B 149-5818. Then appeared to appear for show cause yesterday.
Oh, I didn't mark any of those yet.
That's all right. I did them.
Okay.
Bench warrant issued. 249 cash assured. 249 cash surety. Angel Lee Lucas, 26W842-107, defendant failed to appear yesterday for show cause. Warrant issue. 237 cash surety. DeVale Glenn Matthews, 26W841817. Defendant failed to appear for show cause on July 20. Bench warrant issued. 213 cash surety. Keyshawn Earl Ron McDaniel, 26F245908. Defendant failed to appear for show cause. Bench warrant to issue 237 cash assured. Chukari Sierra Moore, 26F245924. Then failed to appear for show cause yesterday. Bench warrant to issue 282 cash assured. Is Ms. Osmaro coming, gentlemen? Is she coming?
Yes.
I don't want to hurry anybody. Yeah. Jocelyn Rose, Niemi, 26F245919B. And A. Failed to appear for show cause. Bench warrant and forfeiture. 237 cash surety on the B file. Gotcha. And on the A file, then it failed to appear yesterday. I'll make this one 282 cash assured. Christopher Lee Myers, 26F245895, 25R 514184.
I lost you from the.
282 cash surety on 8895 and on 4184. On this 184, it's 213 cash assured. Adam Assad Musla, 26M708569A. Defendant failed to appear, bench warrant to issue, failed to appear for show cause, so warrant to issue 10%. And then on Tory Ramir Burnley, 26M705287A and B on the B file. 10% for failure to appear for show cause. And the default judgment was already entered on the A file back on the 23rd of June. Real fine.
You guys got the file?
I turned it in already.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Cortez Levon Mark 25B714039. Okay, everybody's appearance.
Good, Your Honor. We got our OP 88193.
Good morning, Judge Patrick, 9SP 76343, Mr. Martin, you can state your full name for the court. Sarah Martin.
All right, your name?
Director of Revolve Hard
All right, today's the date scheduled for preliminary examination. There is a count of the possession with intent to deliver 50 grams or more, but less than 450 grams of cocaine. The offense date was allegedly on April the 5th of 25. There's a second defense notice. Mrs. Morrow, any preliminary matters?
It's my understanding that the defense counsel has stipulated some people's exhibit number one, which is going to be the MSP lab report that showed the weight of the suspected narcotics tested was 55.80 grams, and the substance that was identified as cocaine.
All right,
So stipulated, Judge.
and you've had that marked Peoples 1?
Yes, Your Honor. Would you like to publish?
I would, and I'll go ahead and accept and receive Peoples 1 into evidence through stipulation. You can hand that up. Yes, you can.
Thank you.
So Peoples number 1 is admitted. Any other preliminary matters?
Not from people.
I would ask for a mutual order of sequestration, which is being taken care of right now. Just no offense to the actual charge, no objection, we don't see that.
All witnesses, with the exception of the officer in charge and the defendant, are to leave the court.
And this is my first witness, Your Honor.
Okay, call your first witness.
Thank you. People call Officer Washburn.
Okay, sir, you can come on up. You guys just marked this, right?
I did just mark this.
I still think you should initiate everything. Good morning, sir. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Okay, can you spell your name for my recorder, please?
Randy Washburn, RANDY WASHBURN.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Is it Randy Washburn?
Yes.
Thank you. And good morning, Officer Washburn.
One.
Officer, are you currently employed? And where are you employed at?
Brownstown Police Department.
And what do you do at the police department?
Police officer,
And how long have you been an officer for?
approximately 3 years.
And were you employed as an officer on April 5th, 2025?
I was.
And at some point, did your duties take you out on your Sibley Road near Rochelle Road? Is that in Roxtown County of Wayne?
Yes.
And what were you doing in that area?
I was on general patrol. I wasn't doing anything specific, just driving, looking for parts to stop and nothing to do.
Were you alone or with a partner on that day?
I was lost.
And did you observe anything on State Street Park today?
What was that?
Did you observe anything while patrolling that brings you into court today?
Yes.
What did you observe?
I observed a burgundy, Ford Flex parking lot of the gas station at Telegraph and Sibley. I had a similar contact recently with a similar vehicle at the Jackson gas station. So I pulled into the lot, ran the license plate, and that's when I confirmed that it was the same vehicle that I had a recent crime with, that was also related to narcotic activity.
Okay, and was this vehicle committing into criminal offenses?
No.
Okay, what did you do based on your observations?
I just circled through the lot as I was exiting. I saw the male, who I was able to identify as Mr. Martin, exiting the store. As soon as he saw me, he stopped in front of the door, his hands on the door. Had to have the logo of graphic police.
Of what?
Like, he had the look of crap, he's a police. At that point, I exited the parking lot, circled around, just canceled.
Okay, you stated the individual's name, Bernard Farr. Do you see that person before today? Could you please identify what that individual's wearing
That night or right
right now?
now? Green shirt, and it's like.
I'll stipulate it, then he identified Mr. Martin.
Record should so reflect.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Officer Washburn, you stated that you're conducting surveillance of this vehicle. Did you
Yes.
observe anything?
I observed, male go out to his vehicle and wait around for a minute, didn't leave right away. And then the vehicle left the park.
I apologize. You stated that you've had previous contacts with this individual. What were those previous contacts have to do with?
It was a narcotics call as well. It was a potential overdose. We got called to the same gas station at Telegraph and Sibley from the name Swapped Over Wheel. It was then also Mr. Cortez Martin. When we arrived, Mr. Cortez Martin was slumped over the wheel. He had a passenger with him who had numerous narcotics in the vehicle, which was observed in plain view. And then I also located some narcotics on the street.
I'm sorry, can you just pull up a little closer to that microphone if you don't mind, for thank you.
Back to April 15th. You stated that you're conducting surveillance, you observed Mr. Martin, and he's just waiting around.
Yes,
Okay, what if anything else did you observe?
I observed anything else.
Okay, at some point did you conduct a traffic stop in that vehicle?
I did.
Why is it you conducted that traffic stop?
So the vehicle went eastbound on Sibley. I knew that the vehicle had illegal intent on it, and when I went to the parking lot.
So that's a good offense?
It is.
Okay.
And then when I approached the stoplight or the red light at Sibley and Bracco, he stopped past the stop bar, which is also a takeable offense.
Okay, so you stated that you conducted a traffic stop,
I did.
and did you approach the vehicle?
I did.
And was Mr. Martin the one driving the vehicle?
He was.
Was there any other individuals in the vehicle?
No.
And what did you do, when you approached the vehicle and spoke to Mr. Martin?
I approached the vehicle, I spoke to Mr. Martin, advised him who I was and the reasons for the traffic stop. I asked him for his driver's license, registration, insurance. Mr. Martin, appeared to be nervous. He was shaking, kind of unsteadiness to his voice. He kept digging around in multiple pockets, which then I observed his driver's license sticking out of his pocket, which he wasn't able to locate at the time when I asked for it. I advised him, and it's right there, sticking out of your pocket. She retrieved it, gave it to me. I asked him if there was anything illegal in the vehicle. He said no. I asked him if he would give me consent to search the vehicle. He would not give me consent to search the vehicle.
I'm sorry, he what?
He would not give me consent to search the vehicle.
And did any other officers, make the scene to assist?
Yes.
What officers made the scene?
Officer Lee. Officer Lee, Officer Resnick, Officer Hunter, Officer Fox.
And were these officers requested to the scene?
Yes.
Okay, at what point were they requested?
When I made the traffic stop, I requested and I came to not traffic stop.
Okay, was it right when you stopped the vehicle?
Yes.
Why is it that you requested a canine?
Due to the prior knowledge of narcotics in that vehicle.
Okay, and did the individual with the canine arrive?
Yes.
Do you know which officer handles that canine?
Officer Resnick of the Traffic Police Department.
Okay, and when that canine arrived and with Officer Russman, what were you doing?
I was working on writing ticket and Mr. Mark Patel's had two active warrants for the arrest, so I was by the dispatch and had them check on the warrants, see if there was jurisdiction wanted.
And was there a check done on these warrants?
There was.
Okay, was this individual, Mr. Martin, going to be placed under arrest for those warrants?
What was that?
Was Mr. Martin going to be placed under arrest for those warrants?
Not at the time, he was just taking out the traffic stop.
Okay, and while you were writing the ticket, what happened?
Officer Resnick showed up, at which point he conducted the canine sniff around the vehicle.
Did you observe this?
I did.
Okay, and what happened after that?
Once Officer Resnick, completed his partner sniff around the vehicle, I met with him, he indicated to me that a positive alert would be the.
And based on the information you were provided, what did you do?
I had Mr. Martin step out of the vehicle, he was secured in handcuffs. We asked him for permission to search him, he gave us consent to search him.
To search him or search the vehicle?
To search him.
Done?
Did not locate anything significant, other than two phones, about $470 in cash. He was secured in a patrol vehicle, and the search for the vehicle was done.
And do you have any training and experience in narcotics?
A little bit, yes.
What is your training experience?
I've been to a couple classes for interdiction, 3-level interdiction classes.
Okay, and have you at any point in your career dealt with stops that involve narcotics?
Yes.
And do you know what the indicators are of drug sale or personal use?
Yes.
Okay, you stated that you found 2 phones, amount of cash. Did those indicate anything to you?
Yes, so the second, so 2 phones, one can be, and a lot of times when people.
Objection is speculation.
It's based on his training experience in narcotics.
Means that a lot of times it can be for,
Yeah.
he's just gonna
I'll
say,
let you rephrase. I'm gonna strike that portion of the answer, beginning with that. A lot of times people will. Go ahead.
In cases in the past, people that have dealt drugs have used cell phones, multiple cell phones, one for personal, one for business to make those transactions, to keep that They stuff off the personal phone.
Okay, and you stated that the vehicle was going to be searched. Did you search the vehicle?
I did,
And why is it you were searching the vehicle?
because of the deposit work.
And did you recover anything while searching the vehicle?
Yes,
What is it you recovered?
in the engine department, I located, 57 grams of cocaine.
Where did you recover it from?
The engine department,
In which compartment?
the engine compartment,
And the compartment is
Yeah.
that?
the front of the vehicle where the engine is, next to the fuse box and battery.
Okay, and how was it packaged?
It was packaged in like a saran wrap, bag that was tied.
And what did you do with the, suspecting narcotics that you recovered?
I secured my vehicle, transported back to the station, and they positively tested, a field test was done, which positively identified it as cocaine.
And were these suspected narcotics listed in evidence?
They were.
And then did you, you stated the amount was about 57 grams? Is
Yes.
that- Okay, and then earlier you stated that you have training and experience in narcotics. Do you know anything about whether this weight is for personal use or whether it would indicate narcotic sales?
I would say it's more for personal use,
Okay,
not personal experience, training.
okay, 57 grams?
Yes.
Alright. And then, did you do anything else in this case?
I packaged the evidence, put it, secured it. About the rest of it.
Okay, nothing further this one.
Cross.
Thank you, Judge. So just, you talked about just recently, facing a personal experience at 57 grams, like we said, not for personal use.
Yes.
Wait a minute, wait. You said, I'm sorry. I think maybe I misunderstood. I thought you said from your experience, 57 grams is for personal use.
No,
It's not for personal.
not for personal use.
Thank you. I misheard you when you were testifying on direct. Go ahead.
Okay, so now that that's straightened out, 57 grams is not for personal use.
Correct.
Okay, what's the cutoff for personal use?
I don't have a specific number for it.
Okay, well, you know 57 grams is not, so is 55 grams personal use?
I would say anything less than 15 grams.
Anything less than 15 grams, I think is for personal use. Okay. Now, you pull up to the gas station, right?
Yep.
And you recognize the Ford Flex.
Yep.
And you run its number or its license plate through dispatch.
Yep.
You find out it's the same vehicle you had interaction with before,
Yes.
and you start driving around the parking lot,
Yes.
and there's no reason to stop that car at this time.
Nope.
Car has no issues with it, is there, right?
Nope, other than a little tent.
Okay, so you can tell the illegal tent right there.
I don't.
Okay, and then you are circling on a parking lot and you see Mr. Martin.
Yeah.
And he's about to leave the gas station, you say.
Yes. It was exiting the convenience store.
Okay, as a convenience store, okay. And does he have does he have anything in his hands at that time?
Not that I observed.
Could you tell if he purchased anything in the store?
Not that I observed.
Could you tell how long he was in the store before you saw?
I do not remember.
Okay, how long between you seeing the Ford Flex and seeing Mr. Martin at the door?
I'd estimate roughly 2 minutes.
Okay. And I don't want you to guess, I just wanted him to get, it wasn't like 25 minutes, was it?
It was only a couple minutes.
Okay, and then at some point you park your cars or you're still able to watch the Ford Focus.
Yes.
You see Mr. Martin leave the gas station
Yes.
and go up to his car.
Yes.
And I guess you said he was there for a while. He didn't leave right away. So did he take a while to get in the vehicle, or did he get in the vehicle and sit in the vehicle running for a while?
I believe he was inside the vehicle.
Okay, so he sits in the vehicle and then you said it takes a while to leave.
It was probably, again, only a couple minutes.
Okay, so didn't leave right away, is what it says.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point, he pulls away.
Yes.
And he still has the illegal intent, right?
Yes.
And stops at and proceeds on the, forgot what street, sure. He pulls onto the street, right?
Sibley Road, yes.
Sibley, okay, thank you. And as he's on Sibley Road, you start following him.
Yeah.
Okay. And at some point, you say he doesn't stop in time or stop at the, what you call it, stop bar?
Yes.
Or stop line?
Stop.
Yes, okay. Stop bar. And you're behind him this time.
Yes.
Are you right behind him or is there a car between you guys or?
Directly behind.
Okay. And then because he doesn't stop at the stop bar, gives you another He's in pull over.
Yes.
And then, I guess, is this a stop light or stop sign?
Stop it.
Okay, the light turns green at some point,
Yes.
Mr. Martin proceeds through it,
Yes.
and then you proceed through it, turn on your lights.
Yes.
And pull over Mr. Martin.
Yes.
And then you approach on the passenger side of the car.
Yes.
Okay, now you've already run the car, so you know who it's registered to, you know it has insurance, right? And you know it's, I guess, you know what, when you run the car through Lean or through dispatch, does it tell you if it's registered?
It does.
It tells you if it has insurance?
Yes.
Okay, so the car's good to drive, right?
Yes.
But for the ticket witness.
Yes.
And you go up to the car and ask for his license and registration.
Yes.
And he gives you said he couldn't find it in one of his pockets at first. Again, you pointed out to him, he hands it over to you.
Yes.
At least his license.
Yes.
You go back to the vehicle.
Yeah.
And you sit down in the vehicle, and this is when you're deciding what tickets to write.
Yes.
And you also provide that information. You scan it in, or how do you provide his information to figure out what his wants?
I believe I typed in either his name and date of birth into our system or his ops number.
Okay. So you searched and you used your in-car computer.
Yes.
And while you're doing that, you're able to see that he has open warrants.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do when you found out he had open warrants?
I notified dispatch of the warrants. Actually, I went back up to the vehicle, asked him if he had anything to drink or any narcotics in his system or any medical problems, which are regular questions we ask to notify that department that you picked him up.
Okay, so just to make sure.
Yeah.
So you run his name, find out he has warrants.
Yeah.
And then you go and talk to him about his state of health.
Yes.
Okay, so then you talk to Mr. Martin about his state of health.
Yes.
And at that time, you had decided not to write a ticket for the pulling of the stop line? Or?
No, that was still too calm, but I needed to check, make sure he was healthy and sober for the departments to let them know if they wanted him on those warrants.
Okay, just so I make sure. You immediately after you found out he had these warrants,
Yeah.
you stopped doing the tickets and went to investigate
Yes.
his state of health
Yes.
for the warrants.
Yes.
Okay, and you found out his state of health.
Yeah.
I think did you find out he had he wasn't drunk or anything?
Yeah.
But he had like a limp or something?
Yes.
I know, maybe he said he had diabetes.
Yes.
Okay, so then you went back to your car.
Yeah.
And you relayed that information to dispatch.
Yes.
And then at some point, did you find out if the open warrants, the jurisdiction were going to come pick him up?
I do not remember exactly when they notified us of, if they wanted him or not. I know they got back to us and they did not want him, but it was after Officer Resident showed up.
Okay, so after Officer Resident showed up
Yes.
is when, and how would they inform you? Would you hear it over dispatch or would you get a lead message?
It would, they verbally tell us over the radio, and then they would also enter it into the CAD notes.
Okay.
The call.
Okay. Thank you. And so then, I guess, when did you make the call did you make an overall general call, just like, hey, I'm pulling over this car, or did you say, hey, I'm pulling for a car, I need backup, and then you came?
So when I first made the traffic stop, I requested a canine to get it to a stop.
Okay. And then, at some point, how long does it take after you check state of health of Mr. Martin for Officer Rusnick to show up?
If I had to estimate, probably within a couple minutes.
A couple minutes, okay. So then Officer Rusnick shows up, right?
Yes.
And do you get out of your car then, or are you still working on writing the ticket?
I get out to speak with Officer Resident.
Okay. And then when Officer Rusnick arrives, have you decided whether or not you're going to issue a ticket?
At that point, I had never intentioned to write ticket stuff.
Okay, so you're planning to write a ticket?
Yes.
Okay, and then how do you go, what's the process of writing a ticket now that you made a decision? Let's say Officer Rusnick didn't show up here.
So at that point, so even before Officer Resnick, I had already started writing the ticket. I
Okay.
his information, Mr. Martin's information into the ticket writing software. I was going through trying to find the correct codes for the different violations.
Okay.
And that's what I was working on when Officer Resnick showed up.
Okay, so you're in the process of writing the ticket. Okay, then Officer Rusnick shows up and obviously you get out and talk to him.
Yes.
And then you watch as Officer Rusnick and his dog, which I forgot the name, go around and I guess search the air.
Yes.
Okay, and do you see the dog alert at all?
I was on the passenger side and he, from my understanding, he alerted on the driver's side.
Okay, on the driver's side of the vehicle, yes. Do you know where? So the driver's the front door, back door?
I believe it was towards the front door.
You originally just stopped him for the stop bar and the tint.
Yes.
Okay. And you said that. You said that. You called for a dog because of your prior allegations.
Yes.
And then you said he was kind of nervous when you went up to the car?
Yes.
Okay, so, I mean, I guess how did you tell he was nervous?
I've made a lot of traffic stops over the years. Most of the time, people are very calm, relaxed. Every once in a while, you get that person that's nervous because it's the police. However, Mr. Martin was noticeably nervous. One, he couldn't find his driver's license. I was standing in the pocket. Two, he was chain smoking cigarettes on the traffic stop. He even had one cigarette that he let burn like halfway, almost completely, without even smoking them because he was so distracted.
So smoking cigarettes and not being able to locate your license, you took as being nervous?
Yes, they did. I've been responsible.
And just to clarify, you told us that Mr. Martin was never arrested because of those warrants. He was just detained, you said?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Billy.
Can you redirect?
Briefly, just to clarify, do you know, had the dog indicated that there was suspected narcotics in the vehicle, prior to the jurisdiction stating they didn't want Mr. Martin?
I do not remember specifically.
Okay, and then do you know about how long it took for officer Ruskin to make the scene?
If I had to guess, probably would have been less than 10 minutes.
Nothing to the
Anything else within the scope of that?
No, Judge, thank you.
You can step down. Thank you very much. Call your next witness.
Officer Ruskin?
Okay. Okay. Terminate the reach again. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a seat, please. You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Officer Resnick.
Good afternoon.
Officer Resnick, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I am a canine officer for the city of Charlotte
And how long have you been a canine officer for?
since 2020,
Okay. How long have you been an officer for?
since 2016.
And were you employed as a canine officer on April 5th, 2025?
Yes, sir.
By the way, can you spell your name for my recorder, please?
RUSNAK.
Thank you.
Judge, you want his first name as well?
Yeah, it's Blake, right?
Yeah.
Blake?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
At some point as a canine officer, did you or students take you out on your Sibley Road near Roger Road?
Yes, sir.
Is that in the city of Brownstown, County of Wayne?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what brought you to that location?
Brownstown PD requested my canine partner for an open ear sniff out.
Okay. How long did it take for you to arrive at the scene?
I'm sure.
And do you know, was it minutes or hours?
Minutes.
So once you arrived at the scene, who did you observe?
I observed a couple Brownstown cars there, and I believe I was briefly briefed by them. And I went to the car that they had stopped. I made contact with the driver.
And did you see any individuals that were not officers at that location?
Not to my knowledge.
You said you made contact with the driver?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that driver an officer?
No.
Okay. Would you recognize the driver if you saw him here today?
Probably not.
Okay. Do you know what officers were on scene?
I just know Officer Washburn was there.
Okay. And you stated that you had a canine,
Yes, sir.
or you're a canine handler?
Correct.
Okay. What kind of training and experience do you need to be a canine handler?
Had to go through, we had to be certified. And we're certified through the National Association of Professional Canine Handlers. And we're also certified through Canine Academy Training Facility in Taylor.
Okay. And are you certified in both of those?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a canine with you when you arrived and assisted Officer Washburn?
Yes, sir.
Who's your canine?
Static.
And how long have you been partnered with Stack?
Since 2020.
Okay. And do you have any experience in training in narcotics investigations?
Yes, sir.
What's your training experience like?
We're certified through NAPIC and KMATF. We go to training, our training days are on Wednesdays. We go as frequent as possible for at least 16 hours a month.
And how was it you assisted in this traffic stop?
I walked up to the vehicle. I advised the driver I was gonna point my dog on the car. I had him, for his safety, I had him roll up the windows and kept his hands on the steering wheel while I was deploying my dog.
Okay, and did you deploy your dog?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened when you did that?
My dog gave a positive indication for the odor of narcotics.
What is it your dog does that indicates a positive or lets you know?
He's an aggressive odor dog, which means he barks, scratches, and bites when he's in odor.
And what did he do?
He did all three.
And where around the party did you do that?
To my knowledge, I take a look at my report.
Would it refresh your recollection?
Yes, sir. Plus,
One moment. May I approach you with this, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Officers in your report, if you take a look at this, read this to yourself whenever your memory has to refresh, please look up on it. Does your memory refresh?
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
According to my report, it says my canine partner stack indicated on the front driver's side bumper and quarter panel, the driver's door seam, the rear tailgate, and the passenger's door seam.
okay, so multiple areas in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you do after the dog gave it an indication?
I just advised Brownstown PD. I'm not 100% sure if I advised Officer Washburn or who on scene, but I advised them there's probable cause to search the vehicle.
Okay, and did you assist in that search in any way?
I did.
What is it you did?
I conducted a probable cause search of the vehicle for the interior, I don't recall locating anything inside the vehicle. And then I want to say Officer Washburn opened the hood of the vehicle and located a blue cookie-like rock substance in the engine compartment.
Would you go and vehicle disclose?
And
Would it be in your report?
yes,
Would it refresh your recollection of your report?
yes,
If you could take a look at your report and review as well, Sam.
it was a burgundy Ford Flex.
Okay. And then did you do anything else in assisting in this investigation?
I believe I had field testing kits in my vehicle. I believe we took the suspected narcotics and I field tested it on the road.
Okay. And then what field test was it?
It's called like a mobile detect chem.
Okay.
You just take a sample and then you break the capsule, shake it, and then you gotta take a picture of the QR code and make sure it matches up or whatever.
And was there an indication on this?
Yes,
What was the indication?
positive indications were made.
Okay. And then, just to confirm, on this day, April 5th, 2025, were there any other searches done on a road burning complex that we conducted on that day?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. No, they were discussed.
Cross.
Thank you, Judge. Sir, do you know about what time you showed up to the scene?
On my report, it says at approximately 2:29. I'm not exactly sure what time.
Okay. And, I guess, where were you at? Do you remember where you were before you got the call to code?
Somewhere in the city of Trenton City.
Okay. And, just come here, so your job, you just drive around Trenton and
I'm a patrol officer. Yes.
thank you, that's what I should have said. So you're just patrolling, and you got a call from Brownstown.
Yes, sir. Well, dispatch advised me.
Okay. Dispatch advised you that Brownstown needs you, they gave you the location,
Correct, sir.
and then you head over there. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have to call to dispatch and say, I'm heading over there, and they put up their cab reports or anything?
Yeah, I gotta get approval from the officer in charge
Okay.
to anytime I'm leaving the city and go assist another agency. So they gotta get approval and then they radio me and tell me how I'm working.
Okay. So it's not as soon as you get the dispatch.
Within 5-10 seconds.
Oh, okay, so it's that fast. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then you get to the scene, you don't take stack out of the car right away, right?
Correct.
You'll go talk to the Brownstown officers.
Yes, sir.
And do you remember who you talked to?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm
You get-
sorry.
No, no worries. But you got briefed on what was going on.
Yes, sir.
And you were told you needed to do these open air stuff.
Correct.
And you happened to go grab staff in the vehicle.
No, sir.
Okay.
I went to the driver's door. So I just want to make sure everything's safe.
Yeah.
First, anytime I deploy my dog and make sure the occupants of the vehicle are safe too, because he's an aggressive alert dog. So I always have the occupants roll up their windows, so there's no chance of them getting injured or anything. So
Okay, because an aggressive alert dog lunges towards what smells, maybe?
yeah, when he's in odor, it's his job to source the odor.
Okay. And I think you said he barks, scratches,
And what's
and bites. Okay, so he obviously didn't bite the car, but he scratched the car?
he bites the car. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So did he bite the car at this?
To my knowledge, yes, he bit the bumper and quarter panel.
Okay. And then after that, after you find out this probable cause, you go and told the Brownstown officers.
Yes, sir.
And then I guess basically your job's over, right?
At that point, yes, if I wanted to, I could leave.
Okay. But then you ended up waiting there till the end of the search.
Correct.
And then would you participate in search of Bob?
Yes, sir.
So you were digging through the car?
Yes, sir.
And did you find I guess you found like clothing and everything?
Can I take a look at my report?
Yes, for refresher recollection.
In my inventories comment, I put there's food and trash is what I observed in the car.
Okay. And did you check where'd you see the food and trash? Front seat, back seat, trunk?
I'm not 100% sure, so I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. Now, did you have body cam on that day as well?
Yes, sir.
And did you have that on while you were doing the canine understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. And at that point, you don't know who the car was registered to, do you?
No, sir, I did not.
And you don't know who owned the car?
No, sir.
Okay. Nothing further. Thank you, Judge.
Any other questions, Mrs. Smile?
Briefly, officer, you stated you saw, Officer Washburn. at the location when you made the scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you recall what he was doing or any of the outside officers were doing?
I'm sorry.
Okay, nothing good.
No further questions, Judge.
You could step down. Thank you very much. Call your next witness.
No further business charge.
People move to bind over.
Representative.
Defense has no witnesses.
No witness, Judge, correct.
Do
Thank
you
you.
agree this is a fact question, Mr. Nine?
Yes. But I still object.
Well, go ahead. If you want to say something, you can.
Just because I don't want it to be used later as a question of fact, because I wanted to file maybe a motion of law should be necessary. But I guess they just have Mr. Martin driving the vehicle. The drugs weren't in the vehicle, and he was inside the actual vehicle he was driving. They were in the front and under the hood. I don't know how they can prove a nexus between somebody in the car of a car that's not registered to them, not their car. They're just driving it. How they could prove knowledge that there was anything in the hood of the car.
All
That's my
right,
judgment.
good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and bind the defendant over. I find that the crime of possession with intent to deliver 50 grams or more, but less than 450 was committed. There's probable cause to believe the crime was committed by the defendant. I'm going to go ahead and bind the defendant over. He's not in custody, so we're gonna have the arraignment on the information on August the 4th. Give me 1 second, please. I'm sorry. So it'll be August the 4th at 9 a.m. Criminal Justice Center, sir, on the charge containing the complaint warrant. The bond was set at 5,000 PR. No objection to continuation, correct, Ms. Esmaral?
I apologize.
No objection to continuation of the personal bond? I'll go ahead and continue the bond, and then that is it, and you will be there on August the 4th. We're gonna hand back the, maybe we should make a copy of this.
May I go challenge to retrieve the exhibit?
Yeah, Sadie, I think we should still have a copy of that, so we'll give you back the original, but I'd like her to make a copy first, okay? Anything else, Mr. Nine Nice?
No, Judge, thank you very much.
Have a good day. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And this other one's going?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Are you,
Ready?
you ready now?
It's up
Okay.
to you. Do you want to take a break?
No, that's okay. I'm ready to go. Have a good day, Mr. Nine Nice. Good luck.
Judge.
People against Zooch. Sure. Oh,
I saw you.
all right.
Yeah, no.
Judge, we still have another exam that the attorney hasn't checked in for,
That who isn't?
the attorney.
What exam is that? Lisa, do we have another exam?
Butler.
Yeah, which one are you looking at?
Butler.
Butler.
Judge, that's the one I was asking about with Clinton Docs. I don't have my witnesses present. I tried to call him to see if he could just zoom in just so I can, since I can even move forward on it. I couldn't get a hold of him. I kept saying both failed. I tried about 2 or 3 times.
Are you sure that was Quentin Dox? I think it was somebody besides Quentin.
I'm sure about that. I've seen him on many, many times.
I thought that I thought somebody came on one of the cases for him. Do you have the file?
I can grab it.
Please.
Judge, are we recording the docket?
I'm sorry.
Do I,
Is it recording?
Yeah.
do I need to call him or is he here?
She's checking on the file. Are we sure it's Docs?
Yes.
Yeah, call him. I think. I mean,
The last time we were here, you held a competency and then we moved it to exam.
yeah, please call him. Is it
Okay,
Mr.
I'll call
Docs? Yeah. What time was that scheduled?
Doc's still in the
10:45.
What is going on with some of these people? Can I see the file?
So,
Yeah, call them up, would you please?
Nice.
What's that?
Sure. I tried multiple times. It just kept saying call failed.
No.
I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi in the board or what.
Yeah, call him, Lisa. Where's the defendant at?
He's locked up back here.
This is
Judge, he said he's on his, sorry, he said he's on his way. He's at Sibley Road.
I know, but it's scheduled for 10:45. I mean, come on. Jeez. All right, Charles Edward Zuch, 26M702-544.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Not today. I'm around people be 8893.
Good morning or good afternoon, Your Honor. Alyssa Seguro, the Neighborhood Defender Service, P86432, appearing on behalf of Charles Seach, who stands to my right. Say your name.
Charles Siege.
All right, today's the date scheduled for preliminary examination. We have a multiple count felony. Can't see if it's seven. It looks like 7 counts with habitual second. Possession with intent to deliver 50 grams or more, but less than 450 of cocaine. Possession of ammunition by a prohibited person, possession of a firearm. By a prohibited person, CCW, felony firearm, 3 counts of felony firearm. Any preliminary matters that you have?
Preliminary matter, Your Honor. This time I am visiting with proposed exhibit number 1, which is going to be certified copy of the register of actions that shows the defendant was sentenced on a crime of assault with intent to rob while armed on December 11, 2008. And I did show this copy to defense counsel as well.
Any objection?
No objection.
People's one is admitted. Sir, you can have a seat. You sure can. And I want her to mark those though, with her initials, and
I can bring it off.
that's okay.
Some courts like it for us to mark them, so I apologize.
That's, who's got?
Phone is that?
Mine, sir, Your Honor.
Oh. Oh, sir, they didn't call anybody yet. I don't know.
Just close side, yeah.
Detective, your name, please?
Technical. This would take this back.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, that's right.
It is afternoon.
What was your name?
Detective Bro, GROAT.
All right. So we've had that admitted. Any other preliminary matters, Mrs. Farman? Any other preliminary matters, Mr. Guerrero?
Just a mutual order of sequestration, Judge.
All witnesses, with the exception of the officer in charge and the defendant, are to leave the courtroom. I'm not keeping you up, am I, Mr. Such? Why don't you sit up a little?
And Your Honor, for the record, there are 2 individuals in the courtroom. One is Mr. Seach's father and the other is his girlfriend. Neither were present at the time of this incident. If this were to proceed to trial, I would not intend on calling them as witnesses.
Then
I
they,
don't believe the prosecutor would as either, but
then they can remain in the court.
thank you, Judge.
Judge, I did also want to mention that the officer in charge, who is Steve's man, Detective Grove, is also going to be my 3rd witness in this game. In this case.
The 3 witnesses in this case?
That's fine.
Okay. Go ahead. Call your first witness.
Officer Oliver.
Come on up here, officer, please. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm? You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes, I did.
Could you spell your name for my recorder, please?
ILKYLE, Tolliver, TOLLIV.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Officer Oliver.
Hello.
Officer, could you tell us where you're employed?
The Brownstown Police Department.
What does he do in Brownstown?
I'm a police officer.
And how long have you been an officer then?
Approximately 9 years.
And were you employed as an officer on March 16, 2025?
I was.
And at some point, did your duty see you back near Sibley Road in I-75?
I did.
Was that in Trenton County, Hawaii?
Brownstown.
Okay.
That's-
Was that in Trenton or Brownstown? I think it was the Trenton, over the border?
No, the zip code can sometimes come out as Trenton.
Okay, I understand. What's at this area of Sibley Road in I-75?
What's that area?
Yeah, what's in that area? What were you doing in that area?
I was conducting traffic stop
Okay, where was the traffic stop at?
on Sibley Road over I-75.
Okay. And then what was the traffic stop for?
It was for the vehicle that was stopped. The initial traffic stop was for the vehicle driving left of center crossing double yellow.
Okay. And, is this where you initially saw the vehicle?
That was
Where is it you initially saw the vehicle?
pulling into the Palace Motel in a telegraph in Berks County.
Okay, what was it you were doing in the Palace Hotel?
I was conducting surveillance of the motel for short stay traffic.
Why were you conducting, surveillance on that hotel?
At the time, I was part of what we call the CSU, Unit Community Support Unit, with a focus on narcotic enforcement.
Okay. And did you observe, you stated that you observed this vehicle previously at the hotel?
Prior to the date given?
On the same day, March 16th, 2025, did you see this vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, and you saw it at that motel?
Yes.
What did you see that vehicle doing?
That vehicle pulled in and it stayed for approximately 3 minutes and then left, which we consider short stay traffic, which is indicative to possible narcotics sales and no purchases.
Okay, and then you stated at some point you conducted a traffic stop. How long did it take for you to conduct a traffic stop after seeing it at the motel, the vehicle at the motel?
Approximately 2 to 3 minutes.
And then after you conducted the traffic stop, did the vehicle stop?
Yes.
And did you approach the vehicle?
Yes.
And how many occupants were in the vehicle?
2.
And would you recognize any of the occupants that you saw today?
Yes.
Did you take a look around the courtroom and point out and identify an article code that individual is wearing?
The driver is wearing a green shirt and green pants.
Your Honor, this time either under the court is identified Mr. Siege, I
The
believe.
record should so reflect.
Thank you. And what happened while we were approaching the driver's side?
I made my initial contact to gain identification of the driver, and Officer Walker in Waterworth arrived at my stop.
Okay. Were they called to your stop or did they just arrive?
They arrived as backup secondary officers.
And did you make a call for them?
No.
Okay. So after these officers arrived, what anything else happened?
I gained the driver's license and a verbal identification of the front passenger. While I was checking the driving status of the driver and the identification of the passenger through dispatch, Officer Walker utilized his canine partner for opening stuff.
Okay, can we provide with any information from Officer Walker?
I was, he advised me that his canine
Objection,
partner.
Judge, on your side.
Judge is not going to do the matter, sir, that it's a faculty listener, he's provided with information based on information, conducts an investigation or does something else based on that information.
Judge, so my response would be this, that he can testify to what he did after having a conversation with us.
I'll sustain the objection, strike that portion of the testimony. Repeat, please, your question.
Thank you, Your Honor. And based on the information you were provided by Officer, is it Walker, what did you do?
Well, I got the female passenger out after Officer Walker secured his canine partner, and then Officer Walker got in the driving around.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
Officer Walker observed some narcotics.
Judge, I would object to any observations that Officer Walker made, or ask that he only testify to his observations.
Same.
Thank you. Did you observe anything personally?
Yeah, I have plain view that I observed. Once I conducted the inventory search, but initially no.
Or what was the inventory search and we conducted for? Or why were you conducting an inventory search?
We conducted the research because Officer Walker had already placed the driver in custody based on his observations, and I had the female passenger step out. I asked her if she had anything illegal on her person. She said no, but quickly recanted.
Judge, I would object to any statements made by, as hearsay, by the passenger.
And Judge, again, it's not going for the truth of the matter, sir, that she stated no to this, no to having narcotics on her.
Did she make any incriminating statements about the defendant? About Mr. Zuch.
I do not recall.
Okay, I'm gonna overrule. Go ahead and finish your answer.
What is it the passenger did?
She provided me with a small bag of suspected narcotics that she removed from her bra.
Okay. And then, was that individual placed under arrest?
She was immediately placed under arrest at that time.
And you stated you conducted an inventory search?
Yes,
Were you the only officer conducting the search?
the officer wanted her assistant.
Okay, and did you recover anything?
I did. I recovered a large brick of suspected narcotics from the driver's side floorboard that was in a soft case. 2 spoons with narcotic residue on them. We suspected narcotic residue on them. A loaded firearm that was tucked between the driver's seat and the center console.
How did you know the firearm was loaded?
I made it, once I discovered the firearm, I made it safe. I'm making it safe. I jacked it around from the chain.
Was that firearm placed in evidence?
Yes.
Okay. And you stated that it was found on the driver's side, what was it between?
The driver's seat, center console.
Okay. And, you also stated that you recovered, suspected narcotics from the floorboard. Could you tell us how that was packaged, if you recall, or what it looked like?
The suspected narcotics was a light brick that was placed in the black shopping bag that was also placed in a soft case. I don't know what you got, I'm sorry.
Okay, and what else did you recover from this vehicle?
There was a blue cylinder hanging from the steering column that contained suspected narcotics. There was a baggie in the driver's door mat pocket that contained suspected narcotics. There were shotgun shells in the center console. I recovered several cell phones throughout the vehicle. Also, additional smaller amounts of suspected narcotics that were in clutch, purse, bag, in the back seat was located. There was also an additional rounds of ammunition found and loaded in the magazine by Officer Walker.
Okay, and was this all the items that you recovered were placed in evidence?
Yes.
Do you recall if you recovered anything else or saw anything else?
There was also items removed from the defendant to the driver's person that was taken from Officer Walker.
Oh, do you recall if any other items were recovered in the vehicle? Or seen in the vehicle?
Off the top of my head, I don't recall.
Okay, would it refresh your recollection of viewing the report?
Possibly.
Mayor, first one.
You may.
Please take a look at the report, read it to yourself silently, whenever you violate has been watched, please don't have an audience.
Mr. Dox, you're late.
Morning, Officer. Okay.
Do you remember your report?
Yeah.
Okay, if you recall what else was found in that vehicle?
I also discovered a female's ID and social security card that did not belong to the female passenger.
Okay, and then you stated earlier that you were part of a incident narcotics team at that point.
It was a community support unit is what we call it, with a focus on narcotics.
How long were you in that, the community, that specific section?
It was only, that unit was only active for approximately 3 months.
Okay. Do you have any training experience in narcotics?
I've been to multiple narcotics training courses and classes such as President Snow. And then throughout my 9 years of all road patrol as a police officer, I've come across several narcotic arrests or instances involving suspected narcotics.
Okay. You stated earlier that you found, 2 cell phones, multiple cell phones.
Yes,
And how many cell phones was that you found?
release 4.
Okay. And, do you know who those belong to? There were 2 individuals in the vehicle. Do you know who they belong to?
I assume it belonged to.
Judge, I would object to speculation.
Sustained.
So you stated that you've dealt with narcotics before. Do you know what multiple phones that you get about to?
Narcotics settings.
Okay, was there anything else found in that vehicle that would indicate this as well?
There was also 2 digital scales that were discovered in the vehicle.
Okay. And then, and following that, did you do anything else in this investigation?
Once all the evidence was collected from the vehicle, the inventory was completed, and the vehicle was removed from the scene by Marcus Towing. I transported all the evidence back to the station where it was cataloged and photographed and placed in the evidence. And Detective Bureau was notified.
Nothing for the witness. Thank you.
Cross.
Ms. Graham. Officer, you indicated that the first time that you observed this vehicle was in the motel parking lot, is that right?
Pulling into the motel.
Okay. And you indicated that it stayed for 3 minutes.
Approximately.
You indicated, or I guess you did not indicate whether anyone came up to that vehicle, right?
Correct.
I mean, you didn't see anyone leave the vehicle,
Correct.
and you didn't see any hand-to-hand transactions with that vehicle.
Correct.
But you followed that vehicle once it left the location, right?
I did.
Okay. And prior to that, you were not familiar with this vehicle, were you?
I was not.
Or the occupants that were in this vehicle?
I was not.
But you followed it because you suspected that it was involved in some type of narcotics?
Yes.
When you followed that vehicle, in observing it, you seen that it crossed over a double yellow line. Is that what you indicated?
Yes.
What crossed over the double yellow?
The vehicle.
The whole vehicle?
Partial parking vehicle.
What part of the vehicle?
The driver's side.
The driver's side. So the entire driver's side passed over this yellow line.
Yes, not the entire vehicle, but the driver's door crossed over the double yellow.
Would the tires have had the tires crossed over the double yellow?
Yes, the driver's side tires.
Understood. So both tires, so the front left and the back left crossed over this line. All right, understood. And so you conducted a traffic stop because of this observation, right?
Correct.
But you conducted this likely because it was a pretextual stop. Would you agree with that?
Your Honor, I would object to the pretextual stop.
I don't think it's argumentative, Judge. I'm asking him the reason behind why he was following.
I think you need to rephrase. I'm going to sustain the objection. You can rephrase if you want.
Understood. So I guess just to backtrack, you followed it because you were suspicious of this vehicle, right?
Correct.
But you didn't observe anything at the motel that would lead you to conduct a traffic stop, correct? That's why you followed the vehicle.
You're gonna have to keep your voice up a little bit, okay?
And so this observation of crossing the double yellow allowed you to conduct a traffic stop, is that right?
Yes.
Understood. Now, you were driving a scout car at that point, is that right?
No,
No, what were you driving?
an unmarked police F-150.
An unmarked, but you yourself had uniform on, is that right?
I I was in plain clothes, but I had my police vest on with bag. Here you go, police here.
Understood. So was your vehicle equipped with a dash camera?
No.
It was not. All right, so you don't have anything to show that this vehicle actually crossed over the vehicle?
No.
When you approached, you indicated the reason as to why you stopped, right?
Yes.
And then the dog sniff happened, correct?
Yes.
And this led to a inventory search for recovery of narcotics, correct?
Yes.
And the driver was arrested because of observations not only by you, but Officer Walker, right?
Yes.
But you never wrote a ticket to Mr. Seach for crossing over a yellow line. Would you agree with that?
Right.
And you towed the car, you processed an impound slip for this car, correct?
Slip, I do not recall until the body slip me was on the pregnant.
You didn't process that then, right?
I don't recall.
Understood. I have no further questions.
Any redirect?
Incidents like this that are involving possible felony charges, we've been advised to hold off on issuing citations until
Judge, I would object to that as hearsay when I'm just told by someone else. It's not finding something else that someone told him.
Well, Judge, I would also state that he's specifying as to why he did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna overrule the objection.
Officer Teller, you stated it's because of policy or something you told.
Yeah, we've been advised by our detective bureau and our supervisors when the cases involving possible felony charges is to hold off on issuing citations until told otherwise by an OIC.
Okay, nothing further this one. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Guerra?
I have no follow-up, Judge.
Thank you. You can step down, sir. Call your next witness. Let's see that other file, John.
In custody?
Did somebody move to you?
Yeah, he's all ready to go. I already got Robinson. Robinson's gonna zoom in.
Who's this? Who signed that?
I told Robinson about it. He says he's aware that he's taking the zoom in. They'll be on record. They're gonna need me got it.
I don't make sure.
I don't make him good, so
I didn't.
yeah.
All right, you can come on right up here, officer. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth. So help you God.
I do.
Okay, have a seat, please. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Officer Mulder.
Good.
Brownstown Police Department.
What do you do at the police department?
I'm a canine handler, the road patrol officer.
How long have you been an officer for?
7 years.
How long have you been with K-9?
Since September of 2023.
Were you employed as a K-9 handler on March 16, 2025?
Yes.
Okay. And going through, you stated you're a K-9 handler. What kind of training and experience do you do to become a K-9 handler? Certifications?
Initially, it's a 3-month academy process before the dog is certified, and we have to pass the certification test after that 3-month process before you are certified to use the dog on the road. From there, I attend training 8 hours every Wednesday of the month.
Okay. And are you certified?
Yes.
And who's your partner?
Bane.
And was Bane with you on March 16, 2025?
Yes.
And that's something like that is that in your Sibley Road 975?
Yes.
Okay, is that in the joint or cross mountain?
Right.
Is that gonna be on your lane?
Yes.
Okay. And what were you doing in that area?
I was assisting Officer Palmer at a traffic stop.
Okay. Was it just you and Bane?
Yes.
And before I understand, did you serve the extra vehicles at the office?
Okay. Yes.
Would you recognize any individuals that you saw today?
Yes.
Could you take a look around the courtroom and point out and identify our holding that individual?
The male seated right there in the green.
Parents, I mean, they were reflected by the
Records should still reflect.
where was this individual when we first encountered them?
On the driver's seat of the vehicle on the traffic stop.
And you stated that you were with your dog Bane, is that correct?
Yes.
And what did you do with Bane?
I conducted an open air sniff of the vehicle at Officer Colliver's request.
Was, you stated Officer Tolliver was present?
Yes.
Do you recall what he was doing when you made the scene?
When I arrived, he was still at the window of the vehicle making his initial contacts with the driver and passenger.
How long did it take for you to arrive after you called me? You recall?
Less than 2 minutes.
And you stated that you did an open air sniff?
Yes.
Okay, could you go through how that's kind of done?
I took my cannon partner to the front passenger bumper of the vehicle. From there, we hook him up to a different collar. He knows that when I change his collar, that it's a narcotic collar. I hooked him up to that. I told him to find dope. We ran around the car in counterclockwise direction. And then on the driver's door scene, he scratched and bit at the door, which is a positive indication for narcotic odor. He is an aggressive indication, and he is trained to scratch or bite at odor.
Okay. And you stated he did that at the driver's side of the road?
Yes, the driver's door scene.
Do you know where the passengers in the vehicle still, or were they outside of the vehicle?
They were inside the vehicle.
How many individuals were in the vehicle? 2. Okay. And what did you do after there was an indication?
I placed my cannon partner back in my vehicle, went back up to the defendant's vehicle. Officer Tolliver got the passenger out while I got the defendant's seat right there out of the vehicle. I asked him if I could pat him down for weapons, located a small knife in his right front pocket.
Did Mr. Seach allow you to pat him down?
Yes.
And did you observe anything when Mr. Seach exited the vehicle?
Yes.
What did you observe?
I observed a bag of what I suspected to be a clear plastic bag of white powdery substance in the mat pocket of the driver's door while I was patting him down for weapons.
Okay. What did you do with that bag that you observed?
I left it there.
And was there a search on the vehicle?
Yes.
Did you assist in the search?
Yes.
Okay. Who searched the vehicle?
Officer Tolliver.
And did you let Officer Tolliver know about the indication?
Yes.
And did you recover anything personally?
Yes.
What did you recover?
Off the defendant, a clear glass pipe I suspected for smoking narcotics, as well as a rock that I suspected to be crack cocaine, which when I asked the defendant, what is this, he said it was dope. I secured that, and then while assisting in the search of the vehicle, I located a magazine with a magazine for a handgun with 9mm ammunition. Okay.
Was Mr. Seach placed under arrest?
Yes.
At what point was he placed under arrest?
When I secured him in handcuffs, when after I patted him down for weapons, when I observed what I suspected to be narcotics in the passenger door mat pocket, is when I secured him in handcuffs behind the back and placed him in my patrol car.
Okay, was he detained or placed under arrest at that point?
Placed in handcuffs.
And then did you do anything else in this case?
Transported the defendant to the jailing facility for processing.
Okay.
Cross.
Officer, you arrived on scene, you indicated less than 2 minutes after, Officer Colliver, is that right?
Yes.
How were you notified, of this traffic stop?
I believe via phone.
Okay, did Officer Colliver contact you?
Yes.
He did,
Yes.
okay, and he requested your assistance in this traffic stop?
Yes.
Okay, there was suspicion that this car was involved in narcotics, right?
Yes.
That's why you were called.
Yes.
And when you got there, you, at some point, you had your dog, right?
Yes.
And the dog circled and gave an indication of positive narcotics, right?
Yes.
Now, how long has this dog been in this field, I guess?
2.5 years.
Okay, and has the dog gave a false alert?
I wouldn't know that. There's been, can I elaborate? There's been instances where the dog gives a positive indication for narcotic odor. We don't locate anything during the search. I cannot confirm that that would be what I would call a false alert. Are dogs perfect? No, absolutely not. They're like humans as well. So, but I can't say that it's a false, if that makes sense.
Understood. So the dog may alert and something may not be found, basically. Understood. Now, in this situation, he scratched and bit at the door. Is that a yes?
Yes.
That was at the driver's side,
Yes.
but narcotics were found in other areas of the car. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I didn't conduct the search of the vehicle other than the trunk.
So you were just present when the narcotics were recovered from the from the driver's side.
Yes.
You were not aware of anything that occurred on the passenger side. Understood. The dog did not alert to the passenger side though, right? Now, when Mr. Seach was removed from the driver's side and placed in handcuffs prior to the observation of what you observed in the door, he was not under arrest at that point. Would you agree with me?
Can you rephrase that again?
Yes. So you had indicated that when you observed the narcotics, the first time that you observed the narcotics was when you were placing him in handcuffs. Is that right?
No.
No. When did you first observe the narcotics?
But I was patting him down for weapons and then moving the knife from his pocket. He was not handcuffed.
Okay, so when you were patting him down, was he under arrest at that point?
No.
Understood. So you're just being detained.
Correct.
Okay. Then once you observed the narcotics, that is when the determination was that he was going to be arrested. As it related to the firearm, you had indicated that you found a loaded magazine in the trunk of the car.
Yes.
So you participated in some of the search of this vehicle.
Yes.
Did you conduct or did you prepare the tow slip for the tow company?
I don't recall.
Understood. So, but you wouldn't be the one that did that then?
I do sometimes, but I don't recall if I did.
If you did in this. Okay.
Case.
Understood. I have no further questions.
Any other questions?
Briefly, and Officer Walker did indicate on any other areas of the vehicle?
So the driver is working.
Okay. Nothing further.
I have no other questions.
You can step down, sir. Thank you. Call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. All right, Detective, you can come on up here. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, have a seat, please.
Thank you, Your Honor, and good afternoon, Detectives.
Good afternoon.
Detective, could you tell us where you're employed?
Yep, I'm currently employed by the Police Department, assigned to the Michigan State Police Metro Narcotics Enforcement Team, which is a multi-jurisdictional task force.
How long have you been an officer for?
3.5 years and 2 years with narcotics team.
Okay, were you put into capacity on March 16th, 2025?
Yes, I was.
And at some point, did you become involved in the case with the people of the state of Michigan versus Charles Edward Siege?
Yes, I did, ma'am. I was notified by Brownstown Police Department due to the quantity of narcotics seized, that somebody that's full-time in narcotics with extensive training experience should become involved. At that point, I was contacted to run the case and conduct an interview with the defendant.
You stated that you ran the case or the ORC of this case?
Yes, I did.
And what did you feel was ORC in this case?
Essentially, I come to the Brownstown Police Department. I had a conversation with the arrestee where we discussed the case and what happened, and then I obtained the narcotics, get field tests done, send them to the lab, and then just kind of conduct things through the court process.
Okay, would you recognize the individual who spoke with you saw today?
Yes, I would.
Did you take a look around the courtroom and point out and identify or calling that individual sorry?
Yes, ma'am. He said that seated at the defense table, wearing on her.
Your Honor, this time made the right reflect the witness already, Mr. Siege.
The record should so reflect.
Your Honor, you stated that you have a lot of experience in narcotics. What is your experience?
Yes, ma'am. I've conducted, for my assignment to the Metro Narcotics Enforcement Team, over 150 controlled substance incidents and arrests, just on road patrol, which was the focus of my duties, which led to my assignment to the Metro Narcotics Enforcement Team, where I conduct numerous multi-state, multi-faceted narcotic investigations, large-scale distributors. My training includes full week training in narcotics, training from the Michigan State Police or undercover narcotics school. Desert Snow Narcotics and Addiction School, complex narcotics investigations in Florida, just a long plethora, master narcotics investigation by street cop training, a long list of narcotic-based investigation schools.
And are you familiar with indicators for narcotic sale and distribution?
Yes, I am.
What are the indicators?
A lot of times, what we're looking for is advanced team is scales, bags, multiple packages, over 100 grams of dope, or cocaine, fentanyl, whatever the controlled substance may be. Typically, these are indicators of a high-level narcotic distributor rather than, a user or lower-level citizen.
Okay, and you stated that you did have a conversation with Mr. Siege.
Yes, I did.
Where did that conversation take place?
Brownstown Police Department has an interview room within the booking area or their jail area. That's where the interview took place.
Okay, do you know if Mr. Siege was Mirandized?
Yes, he was.
How was he Mirandized?
I read Mr. Seach's Miranda rights directly from a UD 52 form, which is by the Michigan State Police, is their Miranda rights card essentially.
And did Mr. Siege understand his rights?
Yes, he did.
How was it you know he understood his rights?
He verbally explained or verbally stated yes when I asked him if he explained what I had read to him.
Did Mr. Siege appear to be under the influence of anything, alcohol, drugs, or anything else?
No.
And did he provide a statement?
Yes, he did.
And what is it that you guys talked about?
We talked about narcotics, where the narcotics came from, the amount seized. Mr. Siege informed me that he was indeed possessing narcotics, what he estimated to be 9 ounces of cocaine when he was in contact with the Brownstown Police Department. In addition to
What is 9 ounces?
9 ounces, is approximately 250 grams, 252 grams to be exact, which did check out with the large bulk cocaine from my observation of the reports and my observation of the evidence. Right around that range, the large brick of cocaine that was seized from underneath the driver's seat was approximately 240, 245 grams, which is in the same ballpark.
Did Mr. Siege tell you what he does with this?
Yes, he did. Mr. Siege stated that he is a narcotic distributor. He sells approximately 9 to 18 ounces of cocaine per week, which includes the manufacturing of cocaine into crack cocaine.
Okay. And did you, Mr. Siege, speak with him about anything else?
Yes, we did. I asked Mr. Siege about the firearm located inside of the vehicle. Mr. Siege stated he does keep firearm on him for his safety while conducting narcotic sales.
Okay. And then regarding the stop of the vehicle, was that part of the conversation?
Yes, it was. Mr. Siege stated after leaving Palace Motel, he felt tired and groggy. He did admit to crossing the center line, which was the reason for the traffic stop. He just told me that he was sleepy at that time and kind of lost focus while driving the vehicle.
Okay. And then did you and Mr. Siege speak about anything else?
No, just at that point, we ended up ending the conversation. The conversation was audio recorded and uploaded as evidence.
Okay. And then what else, if anything, did you do in this case?
I obtained the evidence. I did a preliminary field test on the suspected narcotics to confirm that they were indeed narcotics. I used a Searchy cocaine IV swipe, which is a pink swipe. Once you place it onto a substance you believe to be cocaine, it will turn blue if the substance does indeed contain cocaine. I conducted that in that office after obtaining the evidence.
Okay, who the suspected narcotics weighed?
I want to say, I just know just over 240 grams. I'd have to review the report to get you the exact number. But that was the large brick. There were multiple other small individually packaged bags that were seized inside of the car. At this point, without, they all appeared to be cocaine. I just tested the one for redundancy and the rest will go into the lab.
Okay, do you recall what the indication was when you did conduct a test?
Positive for cocaine.
And you stated that they were sent to the lab?
Yep, they were sent to the lab. They should be returned in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. And then was there a report for this preliminary analysis?
Yep, there's a preliminary field test analysis form that I fill out to show what test kit I used, the weight, and what the result of the test was. I did complete that and had it uploaded or passed along to you guys.
Did you recognize the form that we saw today?
Yes, ma'am, I mean.
Your Honor, may I first witness?
You may.
And corrected ID. It's not marked as people's proposed exhibit number. We'll leave number 2. I'll leave the mark in the report. Do you recommend by many here?
Yes, Mayor.
What is that I need to do?
This is the preliminary field test analysis form I was talking about.
And is this the field analysis test done, regarding this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, does it appear to be an accurate depiction of the results?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it appear to be changed, altered, or manipulated in any sort of way?
No, ma'am.
And your arm does not dictate people's proposes.
Any objection?
Judge, understanding the, rules governing preliminary examinations, I do not have an objection, as it relates to the preliminary exam only.
People's two is admitted.
And, what was the indication on that report?
Positive for cocaine.
And was the weight placed on there?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the weight?
244.3 grams.
Did you do anything else on investigating this case?
No, at this time, I just sent the rest of the narcotics to the lab, and that's it.
Nothing for this witness.
Any questions?
Just briefly, Judge. Detective, you indicated that Mr. Siege, had said that he crossed the double yellow line during the interview, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
But actually the question posed was, do you know when you were stopped? And that's when he indicated, because I crossed the double yellow line. Do you agree with me on that?
I don't recall the exact verbiage that was said by Mr. Seach. I just recall him stating that he crossed the double lines.
And you would agree with me that upon your review of the evidence, the officer informed him of the reason why he was being stopped, correct?
I'm not sure if the officer informed, I can't speak to what Mr. Tolliver or Mr. Walker said during the trial stop. I apologize.
But you did review the evidence in this case, correct?
Yes, the evidence didn't tell me what the officer said. I just didn't review every second of the body cam. I'm more concerned with the seized narcotics, the reports, things of that nature.
Understood. So you didn't watch, then you're indicating to us today that you did not watch Officer Tolliver's body cam footage when he first approached the car.
Correct.
So, I have no further questions.
Anything else? You can step down. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
Call your next witness. People,
Defense isn't following the witnesses, Judge.
people move to bind over. You agree this is a fact question,
I
correct?
don't, Judge. Actually, if I could just make a brief argument for the record.
Okay,
Your Honor, so I would argue that this was a pretextual stop, and I understand that pretextual stops are not illegal, that they're allowed if they have suspicions of something to conduct a traffic stop. But in order for a traffic stop to be conducted, there has to be reasonable suspicion. There has to be a reason as to why they are allowed to conduct a traffic stop to be lawful. Here, Officer Tolliver is alleging that the reason why he stopped this vehicle was because it crossed over a double yellow line. However, he has nothing to support that. There is no dash cam to capture whether this vehicle actually conducted this traffic stop that would allow them to have this interaction that they did involving a dog sniff and inventory search and everything that followed. Additionally, this court has to assess credibility under People v. Anderson. And in this situation, I think that we have to consider the credibility of Officer Tolliver. I asked, or actually the prosecutor may have asked Officer Tolliver, did you contact the canine officer? Did you contact Officer Walker? He said no, he didn't. They just showed up. However, when we asked Officer Walker on the stand, how did you arrive on scene? He said he got a phone call. And I asked him, did Officer Tolliver call you? And he said yes. So here we are having one officer discredit another officer. And that officer, that's very important in this situation because, Judge, we have to rely on that officer's testimony that Mr. Siege actually crossed over a double yellow line. That would be the basis for the stop. If that was unlawful, then everything that follows should be suppressed as fruit of the poisonous tree. We have nothing to support that. And so for that reason, Judge, I do think that this is a credibility issue. The court has to assess the credibility under People v. Anderson, and I would ask for this court to dismiss based on that reason.
very good, Mr. Segura.
That's just a brief response. I believe the officer's credibility would be still in question. In fact, he did state that these officers did arrive as backup for him. I don't believe that there was a misstatement by him. But having forgotten or whatnot, and not really shouldn't be making blood or whether these individuals back up each other in multiple stops. Can't really argue that, Your Honor, because it's not testified to.
Here's the facts, though. Here's the facts. The officer testified that the defendant crossed the yellow line. There's even testimony that the defendant later admitted that. And whether he has in-car cameras or anything else to substantiate it is not the issue. The issue is whether or not there was he observed the defendant committing a civil infraction. I think he was pretty clear, and I found him to be credible, that he did in fact see the defendant or observe the defendant committing a civil infraction. Therefore, the initial stop was proper. Everything that flowed with it was proper. I'm going to go ahead and bind the defendant over. I'm going to continue the 75,000 cash as surety bond. I'm going to give you September the 20th, July the 28th, sir, at 9:00 in the morning. You'll be there at the Criminal Justice Center. So July 28th, all other bond conditions set are continued. I wish you well. Good luck.
Judge.
Thank you very much. Do I have the domestic violence charge? John, can you get Mr.
I gotta, hang on.
Lisa, can you bring in Sergeant Robinson?
Yeah, how's it going?
People against. Damian Deshaun Butler, 26T 706-769. Your name, detective?
John Klein, Police Department.
Good afternoon.
Wait a minute. I'm calling this domestic charge.
Oh, this one, the in custody?
Oh, yeah.
That's Barta.
Well, Docs isn't even in here, and I'm not gonna chase him. This is Elizabeth Nicole Barta, 26G 717-515. Your name?
Detective Sergeant Gary Robinson, Gibraltar Police Department.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirmative penalties of perjury. The testimony you're giving these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Go ahead.
On July 19th, 2026, at approximately 1:30 in the morning, Officers Smykowski and Sampson Earl Daney were dispatched to West Jefferson and Woodruff in the city of Gibraltar for an assault. The caller, Alexander Manders, stated she was running from the vehicle after being assaulted by Elizabeth Barta. Officers discovered that Elizabeth and Alexandra are in a dating relationship. Alexandra said an argument started in the vehicle where Ms. Barta tried to remove the keys from the vehicle. She began striking Alexandra. The vehicle stopped. She asked Mrs. Barta to exit the vehicle, and she would not. Alexandra exited the vehicle, and Ms. Barta chased her once they exited the vehicle. Alexander showed officers a video where Ms. Barta swings at Alexander and strikes her and knocks the camera out of her hand, and the video ends. Officers attempted to speak to Mrs. Barta as she was highly intoxicated and said she did not commit the assault, but again reiterated that she was highly intoxicated. Ms. Barta was placed in custody on that date and time and transported to the Gibraltar Police Department for lodging.
Based on your sworn testimony, the court finds that there's sufficient evidence to establish probable cause to believe that the crime of domestic violence was committed and that the defendant committed the crime. I'm going to authorize the issuance of the complaint and the warrant. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Get him in here, John. Have him find docs. If not, I'm calling the MIDC and having him taken off the list. Hang on.
He wasn't outside.
Hang on. I'm on the record. All right. Mr. Westmoreland, your name.
Good afternoon, Judge. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Ms. Barta.
Ma'am, your name.
Elizabeth Barta.
You got to go about 20 times louder than that, ma'am. I can't hear a word you're saying.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Elizabeth Barta.
All right. Does she stand mute, wait formal reading?
That's correct, Judge.
Not guilty, pleas entered. I've got a domestic violence charge here. And ma'am, did you read an advice or rights form here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Got to go a lot
Yes, Your
louder.
Honor.
If you
I'm
plead
sorry.
guilty at
Yes,
any
Your
time,
Honor.
if you plead guilty at any time, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. I'm going to let you fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer. Does she have any priors at all, sir?
No, she does not. She does have a warrant out of Dearborn for traffic offense.
What are you asking for bond-wise?
I'd like to leave it up to the discretion of the court, Your Honor.
$1,000 personal bond. How? Listen, there's to be no contact with her. Do you understand me? 1,000 personal. You cannot leave the state, cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with the victim, Alexandra Manders, I'm telling you, you cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with her, or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. No contact with prosecution witnesses. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Pretrial date will be on actually, I'll make it August the 4th at 10. Give me the file on that, please. I need your butler. You're all set, ma'am. She's going to be released. You cannot write, phone, or see the victim. Good luck. Damian Deshaun Butler, 260-706-769. Mr. Dobbs, come on.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How can I help you?
Judge Green, you're gonna have to see it all the way down.
I'm making chase you all over the place.
This course, my favorite one, thanks.
Well, you showed up 2 hours late. If I didn't have these examined, you think I'm going to keep my staff and the prosecutor and the police to wait? Come on. Maybe you guys are taking too many cases. I mean, I like you, but I know, but you can't be showing up 2 hours late and then I got to chase you. It's 1:15.
We heard me out of that yet last week, they adjourned all the cases for the weather. So now.
Just tell me your appearance.
Sorry, Attorney Quintas, number 70657.
Your name.
Last day is Maryland.
So he was found competent to stand trial. Today's the date scheduled for exam. You ready to proceed?
This time people are unable to proceed. There were subpoenas sent to these witnesses, these witnesses being Robert Kruger and Kimberly Rashada. I did have Robert Kruger at some point in Judge Hesse's courtroom. He did show up when it was previously set for exam. However, Miss Kimberly Rashada did state that she had health issues or whatnot. I did motion for her to testify via Zoom. That was denied by Judge Hesse. These witnesses have been subpoenaed multiple times for these exams, have not showed up. And I do also have the OIC who's seated to my left who can also,
I don't understand this guy. Case dismissed. Good luck. Thank you. I'm going to make sure, Lisa, we take out the bond conditions there. Okay? Thank you. All right.
we done with?
I think.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do
The opening moments of a murder trial often shape everything that follows, and this courtroom was no exception. Before jurors heard any evidence, the defendant formally pleaded not guilty after prosecutors read 2 separate theories of murder contained in the indictment. One alleged that the defendant intentionally caused the victim's death by shooting him with a firearm. The second alleged felony murder, claiming the shooting occurred while the defendant participated in organized criminal activity. By entering not guilty pleas to both allegations, the case officially moved into the trial phase. The prosecutor then presented the state's version of what happened. According to the opening statement, the evidence would show that 4 people planned to rob Richard Shallow after arranging to meet him at an apartment complex. Prosecutors told jurors that each participant had an assigned role. One person drove the getaway vehicle, another acted as a lookout, another allegedly fired the fatal shots, and the defendant allegedly served as the bagman, responsible for collecting the drugs during the robbery. Jurors were told to expect multiple forms of evidence supporting that theory. The prosecution said surveillance cameras would capture the suspects arriving at the apartment complex and approaching the victim by walking around buildings instead of taking a direct path. Prosecutors also promised body camera footage from responding officers, a 911 recording, crime scene photographs, and testimony showing the group fled immediately after the shooting. According to the state, investigators later searched the victim's vehicle but found no drugs, something prosecutors argued supported their theory that the robbery had succeeded before the suspects escaped. The prosecutor reminded jurors that opening statements are designed to preview the evidence